Undefeated John Schulz, perfect 4-0 in his pro MMA career, and victorious in his Bellator debut.
Very powerful, 2 KOs, 2 submissions. You can't tell background in wrestling and boxing.
And now his opponent ready to make his way to the cage out of the blue corner, Amir Killah.
That is his real name. Amir Killah was born in Egypt. That is not a cage name. That is not a stage name.
That is so awesome. Why didn't I get the name Killah? That is great. You'd have to be a rapper or a fighter with the last name Killah.
Jimmy, I was thinking earlier before we went on air, I wonder what your fight career would have been like if instead of Jimmy Smith, you were Jimmy Killah.
Oh, it would have been so much better. So much more entertaining.
No one would have fought you.
I know. That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bellator MMA, the toughest tournament in sports, along with Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, where winners come to play. Now present 3 5-minute rounds at a catch weight of 165 pounds. Introducing first the red corner at 5'10", weighing in at 163 pounds. His professional record, undefeated, 4 wins without a defeat, fighting out of Bay City, Michigan, presenting John the Machine Schulz. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'9", weighing in at 165.4 pounds. His professional record, 10 victories, 5 losses, fighting out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, Amir Killah. And the referee in charge of the action, Dan Mergliata.
We're set for a fight at the catch weight of 165 pounds. John Schulz versus the Egyptian-born, American-raised Amir Killah. Our tale of the tape, sorry Jimmy, is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Visit daveandbusters.com.
You see here, 4-0, undefeated is John Schulz, but Amir Killah, much more experienced at 10-5.
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
And Killah just rushing across the stage.
Let him go with the kicks. Kick right back. Beautiful leg sweep by Killah.
And hug it a little bit. And very confident is Amir Killah. Don't see that too often.
Killah caught the kick of Schulz, kicked out the peg, into side control, and let go with the hammer fist. Now caught in the half guard of John Schulz. Close guard from Schulz. Killah interestingly there, allowing Schulz to stand. Playing to the crowd. Again, the head kick, that's blocked.
Problem is, Schulz is looking at him more than attacking. The guy's mugging, throwing his hands down. Take advantage, put something in his face. Right now he's kind of looking at him.
Trying to work to the inside. Jimmy just heard Killah's corner say, patience, Amir. Sticking out the head.
His corner man, of course, Jeremy Horn. That's a good guy to listen to. Trying to calm his man down.
What do you think of the mugging of Amir Killah?
If that's part of his style, that's normally how he fights, and he gets guys to, you know, attack recklessly because of it, it's a good thing.
He did a moment ago, dropping the hands to his hips, sticking his chin out. Reminds me of one of our favorite boxers from the 1990s, Prince Nassim Hamed.
Yeah, Prince Nassim Hamed, Roy Jones Jr., those guys have speed. That's why they do that. Sergio Martinez drops his hands a lot, but he's lightning fast. You're relying on your speed.
And kick, again, that's blocked.
Very fast kicks, though.
Killah's thrown a lot of kicks in this opening round.
But Schulz hasn't been able to press Killah. Hasn't been able to put anything in his face, get that jab going. Got to disrupt the timing of a guy who's going to be, going to take a lot of risks with his hands.
Partial hip toss there from Amir Killah.
Beautiful, right into side control. Now, full mount.
And from full mount, Schulz gives his back. Now Killah thinking rear naked choke with one hook in. Schulz was to his hip, again gives his back to Amir Killah.
Now Schulz has been on the defensive this entire fight.
Here's the rear naked choke attempt now. You see it's on the chin, not sunk in.
See, that's why Killah's not selling out and putting a lot of hip pressure in it. It isn't quite low enough, but he's in trouble.
And he lets it go. Schulz tenaciously, once Killah let that attempt go, driving in, now looking for a double leg, and he gets it. It's a fun fight.
The problem is he threw that right hand before he had settled down with his hips.
Jeremy Horn just yelling to Amir Killah, defend that choke. Unofficially, I wonder who has more MMA career fights, Jeremy Horn or Travis Fulton?
I think Fulton's ahead. I think Fulton's ahead by a lot.
They both tell you that most databases don't have a quarter of their fights.
Yeah, that's true. Jeremy's been fighting forever. Oh, knee problem for John Schulz and Amir Killah all over him.
We'll see if Schulz wants to continue. His left knee with that huge brace definitely buckled.
It certainly did. Killah all over him. Surprised he didn't throw a leg kick, actually.
55 seconds remaining in round one. To the body by Killah. Keep an eye on that left knee now of John Schulz as he's to the ground. Hammer fist now from Killah.
Nice axe kick. Right into full mount. Good transition.
Beautiful axe kick to the body.
Tapped him out.
There is the tap, and there is the submission win for Amir Killah in his Bellator debut.
Did not see what he submitted him with.
Amir! He's going right to Bellator founder and CEO Bjorn Redney. Showing his appreciation for getting the opportunity, and Jimmy making the most of that opportunity.
He certainly did. All over John Schulz from start to finish.
I want to see the replay, Jimmy. I don't know if Schulz tapped because the knee was giving him so much trouble or if the choke was actually locked on. I think it may have been a side choke.
Yeah, it might have been. I couldn't see it from the camera angle we had it. Our position, our commentary position is literally across the cage from him. See if we can get another shot at it.
Tonight's fight replay is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good.
You see it here? This is early in the round. See here, mugging a lot. Catching the kick, kicking out the other leg, and like I said, mugging on top. But very busy on top. And here's the end of the fight. Looked like more half rear naked, half crank from that position.
I just wonder how much the Schulz knee played into his decision to tap. Killah slapped it on, but it wasn't on long when Schulz tapped.
No, it certainly wasn't. He might have been cranking it, turned into a neck crank. That tends to be a lot faster. Let's take a look at it here. It wasn't a full rear because he wasn't behind him, but you see here, he has it.
It's on the throat. Well, it's on the lip, actually.
Yes. Doesn't even look like it's that deep. It's around him, and he cranks. Could be part choke, part neck crank. Can't really tell from that angle.
There's definitely torque on that. I just don't know if he got under the chin, but there was a lot of torque and a lot of crank.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the rear naked choke brings on the tap official time. 4 minutes, 34 seconds into round number one. The winner by submission, Amir Killah.
High-octane performance for Amir Killah, and he claims victory in his Bellator debut. It's a fun fight. You know the drill, hardcores, Spike TV.